What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games, and today I'm bringing you my end of Season 1 Pokemon Unite tier list. Season 1 has been a really long season. The season started out in the Nintendo Switch launch in the middle of July, and then it sort of ended up being like Season 0, and then Season 1 when mobile happened, and now here we are a couple days away from Season 2, and I'm very excited for Season 2, but let's just see where we are at the end of Season 1, and I wonder how this will change in the future when Season 2 launches. And guys, if you are new to the channel, I really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe if you're new here. So we're just gonna go start this list from the beginning, and I'm gonna make this a quicker tier list than my other ones, so you know, not too much has necessarily changed since the last one, but I did have some ever-evolving thoughts and changes on some Pokemon. So we're gonna put Venusaur in A tier. Venusaur is just one of the best attackers in the game. He's very solid. He did get nerfed by Giga Drain damage reduction and attack as well, and overall it did take him away from S tier. He's not OP, he's not broken, but he's very fair and balanced, and the buff to Solar Beam was nice too. So he has two very distinct playstyles. I still play Petal Dance, Giga Drain. It's still really good, but yeah, A tier Pokemon for sure. Gengar, D tier. This is a terrible Pokemon. This is a really bad Pokemon, and I'm gonna call it Gar tier. We'll add it for any more Gars I add into this. This Pokemon's bad. It's just straight up. I had him in C tier before, but the reality is, like, you have to think about the meta and what Pokemon are doing the exact same job, and you got to compare them. And Gengar just does the jungle job the worst. He literally cannot lane, and his jungling is just bad. Sure, he can do damage. I saw like a ridiculous comment in my last tier list video about something about Gengar, and that person's completely off their mind. Let's be real. Gengar, he's just super frail. He's not broken anymore. He lost all those iframes on his moveset, and like I said, he cannot lane at all. And just, if you want to play a jungler, like, literally play any other speedster in that role, or like any attacker, and you're gonna have a much better time. Gengar's just a throwing character at this point. Mr. Mime's like a really strong A tier, man. This is the Pokemon I really want to explore more personally myself, but whenever I play with some friends or I watch videos or pros play, Mr. Mime is just killing it. And he's like a supporter, but he's really an attacker. He's an attacker with some knockups at the end of the day, and he can really just burst you down. He is obviously like not the best attacker. His damage is really strong, but he does require, like, you know, another Pokemon to help out. But if he is in a 2v2 situation, your team is always going to win. Snorlax is another A tier Pokemon. This Pokemon had him, I think I had him low in B maybe last time, but yeah, Snorlax, he's, after the nerf to Blastoise, he really came back up in A tier, honestly. He's just block super good, heavy slam super good, and yeah, I mean, Yawn is sort of a move you're not going to use anymore, and Flail sort of a, you know, not really a move either. Flail's decent, but it's not a competitive move. But overall, I mean, block is still block at the end of the day. He's not broken because this ult reduce from what it was before. He used to be an S tier Pokemon, but I'm happy where defenders are, and I think currently all defenders are in a really good place. Some could be a little bit buff more, but none of them are actually bad. Gargar. So this is the Gargar tier. So we got Gengar and Gardevoir. Yeah, Gardevoir is just the worst attacker in the game, man. It's hard. It has Garchomp syndrome, which means this Pokemon has problems just hitting level 6 to evolve, and then at level 6 you still gotta babysit this Pokemon. It's still super frail. Once you hit level 10, yeah, you're starting to hit really hard. You got a really good ultimate ability, but by then it could be too late, especially if the opponent can overwhelm you. Then if you cannot level, you're just gonna be a 4v5, and it's already a 4v5 because if you jungle with this Pokemon, your ganks are not as good as any other jungler in the game. That's meta right now, and your lane will also be highly targeted if you are in lane by the other team's jungler, and you really don't have a lot of ways to defend yourself. So it's just a really weak Pokemon currently in the meta. Absol, I'm moving down from B to C. The issue with Absol, almost as bad as Gengar, but Absol has really insane crits, which is what's the only difference why. The only reason why Absol's not in Gargar tier is because, one, he's not a Gargar, he's an Absol, you know what I mean? But the real reason is he has crits, and the crit damage is just really good when it procs. If it doesn't proc, it's sort of similar to Gengar. If something catches Absol, it's over. Whether it's just pure damage or a knockup, Absol really has no defense against it at the end of the day. So, but the least Absol has insane crit damage, so I'll put him in C. He could fluctuate between B and D though, just depending on what your crit luck is like, honestly. And to complete Gargard's here, we're gonna have all the Gargars here: Gengar, Gardevoir, Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp's exact same problem as Gardevoir, except worse. Except actually a little bit worse. I actually want to put it like that. I think this is how I would actually tier it. Garchomp's just level 10. It's just not as good as Gardevoir's level 10 at the end of the day. At least Gardevoir has a game-winning ult. It's not... It's still tricky. This requires some team support to make it really pay off. But like Garchomp's ult is just not worth the payoff. Your lane is really weak. Your jungle is really weak. Your ganks are really weak. And you're just the worst all-arounder as well. So these are just the worst of all of these three types, honestly, of playable Pokemon. It's just... Garchomp really... He needs a character rework. More than any character in this game, he literally needs a character rework. They keep buffing him and nothing's working. They just need to change what his moves do completely. So our first S tier is Lucario. Yeah, Lucario's just busted. He's still a busted Pokemon. There's not much to say that I can really add that everyone already knows about Lucario. He does everything well. He's the best laning Pokemon in the game for the most part. Yeah, his jungle is really good. It's not the best, but it is like a top 5 jungle in my opinion. And overall, yeah, he can just still dominate lane. He can 1v2 in most situations. They didn't nerf him a bit, so that's why I say most, because it's not definite, but attack weight lets him carry, and he's really good at assassinating weak targets as well. And overall, he just doesn't fall off whenever. And he's great at catching up too. Crystal, we're gonna put in C tier. Crystal, he's just... I would say he is the worst defender because he's just not a defender. He's a car. He's a car crab. He's a taxi crab. And the best way to play Crystal is honestly just backdoor and score and use Stealth Rocks. But the thing is, Talonflame literally is both of these things better. Talonflame's better at backdooring, and Stealth Rocks, well, I'd rather just do... What's better in Stealth Rocks is just doing massive burst damage and one hit to a target that immediately takes them out. I mean, Stealth Rocks is good in like a confusing state, like when everyone's on Zapdos and you just throw it out there and no one actually uses a move to blast hit the Zapdos. They just, you know, auto attack it. Then yeah, Crystal's good in that case. But when you get to master rank and a lot, you know, higher elos, it's just such a 50-50. And at the end of the day, if you do that build with Shell Smash and Stealth Rock, which is probably his best build at this point, let's be real, you're just really weak in a lot of fights. You have to rely on your auto attacks, and you're only going to be good at getting objectives. And even then, you can only be in one place at one time, right? So you can never go for both Rotom and Dreadnought. So you'll always have a problem. Greninja's B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him B because Greninja, he's just a worse Cinderace. Like, he's good. I like Greninja. Like, B is good to me overall, but overall, at the end of the day, he's just a harder to play Cinderace, and they sort of killed the Surf build. And I really like the Surf build. Water Shuriken's good, of course, but the damage output is just not there from his regular attacks like Cinderace is right now. Talonflame, I'm gonna put up in the A rank. I actually think Talonflame's really high A. Talonflame's just a really cool Pokemon overall. One of the most fun junglers in the game. Fly is such a nutty move. Fly and Flame Charge, this is a great combo. Does tons of damage. This Pokemon hard counters a lot of Pokemon too. I mean, he can literally see a Cinderace or a Venusaur or a Greninja and just totally snipe them. Like, anything that is squishy, that doesn't have a lot of HP, Talonflame can literally eliminate. One of the scariest, I think actually the scariest level 7 in the game currently right now. It's just a complete problem of a Pokemon. The reason why he's not in S tier is because once he does his combo, he's really weak and he's super squishy himself, and he does have a high learning curve in my opinion. Charizard's gonna be like low B tier. Charizard, he's good overall. He does what he needs to do, but the reason why I use him is for his ultimate, which is good, but I think Charmeleon's overall a bit weak. Not a great jungler. I mean, he can jungle, but it's not that great. It's all right. It'll hurt your team in the long run. And this is a Pokemon that can easily fall behind and can be a real hindrance to your team overall. I'm actually gonna put Zeraora up in S tier. I had him in A tier last time. Yeah, Zeraora is just... I'm gonna say Zeraora is the best jungler. His ganks are incredible as well, like Talonflame's. But the big thing about Zeraora, so you can apply everything I said about Talonflame to Zeraora. They can just come and burst the whole team down or take objectives really easily. But the big thing is he doesn't fall off ever, and his ultimate ability is insane and very easy to use and understand. It's just incredible. And he is never out. That, like, even if all his moves are used, the reason why you're using Zeraora is his auto attacks are incredible. I mean, Talonflame, sure, you can use your auto attacks, but they're just not as good. Zeraora's auto attacks are crazy, do massive damage, and getting ganked by Zeraora multiple times in one game is terrifying. It's actually the worst thing, I feel. Okay, so Cinderace I still think is maybe the best Pokemon in the game right now. Probably the best Pokemon. Yeah, he's just the DPS king. He just does so much damage. Rapid fire attacks, incredible ganks as well. He's just good in any lane or jungle at all. Like he's just a legend. He's the best way to take out objectives like rapidly. If you want to solo an objective, you can do it rather easily, especially as a backdoor, as you know the other team's in another lane or something. Yeah, there's just no flaws with Cinderace right now. He does require like sort of a high skill cap though to really maximize flame charge, but I mean once you master flame charge, yeah, he's a god. I'm gonna put Eldegoss up in here as well. Actually, I'm gonna put Eldegoss second. Best support in the game, always been best support in the game. Pretty messed up, but this Pokemon has actually always consistently been S tier in my opinion. I think I maybe put it down in A once, but in reality, it's definitely an S tier Pokemon the entire season 1. It's sort of messed up, honestly. Best shields, best heals, incredible ultimate, great range, a lot of utility, and every pro uses this. So there we go. We're gonna put Cramorant in low B. Maybe no, I like Charizard more. The only reason why you would use Cramorant at this point is honestly for that strong like level 1, 2, 5, and then after that you just ultimate ability. After that, Cramorant's just a very generic attacker. He doesn't do anything crazy. I personally much rather have someone like Greninja on my team than Cramorant right now. I do hope they look at Cramorant and actually do something with him. He's an awkward Pokemon in an awkward state right now. Blastoise, I'm gonna put in low A. Yeah, Blastoise is, yeah, the nerf was pretty big. I still like his ultimate ability a lot. I like Surf a lot, but the nerf to Hydro Cannon, or not Hydro Pump was a lot. Like, it was a lot. It reduces damage a lot. So you're really relying on Surf and just having fast auto attacks to get that boosted shot off to push enemies back. It's still good, and Surf is very consistent and can be game winning. You know how to use it, and of course that ultimate's great, but overall, like, he's fallen far from his top of the S rankings in my opinion. I'm gonna put Pikachu in low. Actually, I'm gonna put Pikachu above Cramorant. I actually think Pikachu's now better than Cramorant. The buffs of Pikachu are nice. All his builds are viable now. The damage actually can be pretty high too, and I think he's just so easy to use, very consistent at this point. I just think he's very squishy and his damage could be higher, but at least they buff two of his moves. Really hoping we see a buff in the future for him, but overall auto attacks are great and getting a lot of stuns off is great for Pikachu right now. Below Ninetales is straight up C tier Pokemon. This Pokemon is disappointing to me in every way, shape, and form. Used to main this Pokemon, but the issue with Ninetales is its ultimate ability is probably the worst in the game. Seriously, it's absolute garbage ultimate ability, and has really low movement speed, low special attack, low HP. It's like an attack support, but they forgot to like finish the Pokemon. Wigglytuff is I would actually put Wigglytuff in high B. I think Wigglytuff has fallen a lot. I think the reason why I use Wigglytuff is for the ultimate ability, but besides that, Wigglytuff will sort of disappoint your team overall. The sleep nerf was just so massive to this Pokemon, and then they lowered the damage as well, so even Dazzling Gleam's not doing a lot of damage. So at the end of the day, you're sort of there to be a body and that ultimate ability. You're essentially like a weaker Snorlax until you use your ult, which I think the ult on Wiggly is definitely better than Snorlax's, but Snorlax provides a lot more crowd control than Wiggly does right now. Controversial opinion, I actually think Slowbro is an A tier Pokemon now. I've been playing a lot of Slowbro. I think this Pokemon's incredible. I love this Pokemon. It's great. I think the Surf on Slowbro is definitely better than Blastoise is now. Blastoise has the range, but the Surf on Slowbro is just, the knockups just feels better in my opinion. Amnesia buff feels great. His ultimate ability is so necessary to lock down like a Cinderace. If you catch a Pokemon with your ultimate ability, you have destroyed that Pokemon. If it is a Cinderace or a Greninja or Zero, or someone has a low HP or a Talonflame, you pretty much have just killed them. If they have more HP in a team fight, well, that Pokemon's dead because your team's there and those immediately take them out. Amnesia is really great. I still per, I mean, Telekinesis is really great. I still per Amnesia. But if you're playing with teammates, yeah, you want to use Telekinesis. But solo play, Amnesia's king. Scald's sort of mid, but Surf's so good on it, especially level 11. That Surf is crazy. Machamp is C tier. The only reason why Machamp is, and we forgot to name this Gar tier. My bad, guys. Machamp, the only reason why I have Machamp in C, because the only reason not in Gargar is one, he would ruin the alliteration of Gar champ or whatever. I don't want to do that. But more importantly, it's because Machamp, you know, at the very least, submission is a very fun move. It does good damage. He can be scary. This Pokemon every now and then will do like a quad or a pentakill with its ultimate ability in very crucial fights, and it's sort of similar. Reminds me of like Absol. Like if you get caught, it can be really bad, but if you just have a lot of raw damage, and if you have your ultimate ability out, you can really make a big play. So that's why I'll keep him here. I think he's all right overall. His jungle is weak, but it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, he's all right. He can definitely deserve some buffs. I hope that we see some buffs. Blissey is like a low B to me. Probably below Pikachu, honestly. Maybe even below Cramorant. I'll just put him below Cramorant. The issue with Blissey right now is Blissey is just worse Eldegoss at the end of the day, and there's no reason why you would ever pick Blissey over Eldegoss currently in the meta. I just can't see it why. And it's just really bad. Also, being a physical attacker with no range is bad. Mamoswine is like... Mamoswine's like here. Mamoswine is like one of the best goal defenders, but the issue of goal defending this game is like you don't really play your goal a lot. Like a lot of this game is you attacking or wandering and farming and stuff like that. It's good. I think Mamoswine's 1 to 5 is incredible, and then once you hit Piloswine, the downfall starts. Then you come back up with Mamoswine and it becomes decent again, but at the end of the day, your ultimate is sort of lackluster. Freezing's really good, but your cooldowns are just so awful. But overall, you're super bulky, you do decent damage, and you are quite annoying to deal with, and you can catch some opponents and deal big damage to them with like an Earthquake combo. Sylveon is, I'm gonna be real, I think Sylveon's high B. I think Sylveon's not an A tier Pokemon anymore. Sylveon, I love actually one of my favorite Pokemon all time, but Sylveon overall, the damage reduction was just so massive. Your squishiness is, you know, you are a bit squishy. And I mean, Mystical Fire is good in the early game, falls off hard in late game. And Hyper Voice is a bit tricky to use at times. I still love this Pokemon and play this Pokemon, but it's a good Pokemon, but I just don't think this Pokemon could use some buffs, in my opinion. I think bring back a little bit of that damage to put him back in A. And Greedent is, I'm gonna put Greedent here. So I was totally wrong about Greedent last time. He's not A. He's definitely S tier. He's completely broken in a lot of ways now. And they didn't buff him. I mean, they didn't nerf him in the way he's broken. So he's definitely working as intended right now, which is very disappointing. Overall, I feel Greedent will get nerfed. But at the end of season 1, honestly, I'm actually, you know what? Let's just put him number 1. Let's just put him number 1, honestly. He reminds me of broken Sylveon and broken Blastoise. Belch is just insane. There's no real counterplay to Greedent right now. He just uses Covet, runs away, full heals, and just comes back and hits you with a Belch. His ultimate is just the best for taking out objectives. It's actually insane, especially a Fluffy Tail. You can literally just annihilate his Zapdos in a few seconds. And you can get 14 Belches off of your ultimate. It's honestly crazy. I hope they nerf him. I don't hope they kill him, though, for Season 2. I think Season 2 we're going to see some big changes. I hope this tier list shakes up. And guys, definitely please let me know in the comments below what you think about my tier list, what you think about Season 1, and what you hope to see change in Season 2. Well, that's my video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're new and like this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.